It's
Mad Men Sports.
the homies, your best friends.
It's your regular Wednesday show. You know the deal
How
already.
are you giving that away?
The score.
Sir, it's the bye week.
Oh, it's the bye week?
Yeah.
Um,
Next week. No one got it. Because obviously no one predicts the Bills to lose.
how could you? Why would you?
You're not a real fan if you predict the Bills to lose.
It's the bye week, which means packages are going out. Bill's Mafia, man, I gotta meet up with him. You will go with me, right?
Yeah, I
We'll
got
do
you.
a little jib jab.
Yeah.
Gift the gab. We'll do that Sunday instead of.
Or in addition to.
It would be really nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Or with it. No.
Could maybe you. These are your best friends. Listen, this is a different pace, obviously. You know, if you're still reading the comments from the last show, Tennessee fans are still all in our grill about things that we really weren't involved in.
Yeah.
We're only fans. Wait.
Hold up.
Pause. We are
Subscribe.
only fans to the Buffalo Bills.
To my. No, and your team sucks.
Oh my
Other
gosh.
than one player. If you had.
If you didn't have Derrick Henry, you're toast. So, whatever. You guys won this time. You guys won last time. But I'm pretty sure we won the last 2 times, too. So, who cares? To be fair, and I don't mean to be rude about this, who cares about the Tennessee Titans?
No. Yeah, Nashville's interesting, but what do you have
It's a
other
street.
than. Yeah.
You guys are one singular street.
What's going on in Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Yeah, who cares? To be without any more disrespect.
No, they're strong.
Including even more disrespect. As much disrespect as possible. Who cares about the Tennessee Titans?
Imagine living in a dry county. There's dry counties in Tennessee.
Oh, I know.
Fucking.
That's why they're the ones that aren't dry. They're busy sitting in our comments still on Wednesday.
Fucking
horrible. Seriously, what are you talking about? Who cares, dude? Don't you have a game this week? We don't. We have all the time in the world.
Dog shit.
Yeah, we don't. We do not. Honestly, we don't care.
I'm not.
You're in the worst division in football. You guys still run the ball more than anyone else. Like it matters. Like
Ryan Tannehill's a fucking goofball.
he's a goofy guy. You guys got Julio, but it's only because AJ Brown was like, "Oh my God, there's no one to hang out with. Please come to me, Julio." And Julio's like, "I guess."
Mike Vrabel's got a lazy eye.
Mike Vrabel
Not that
sucks. And who cares? We don't kink shame. So
Is that your kink?
I don't. Fucking, I don't like Mike Vrabel. I think he's the worst. You guys, you're famous for coming up short. You're famous for missing a touchdown by this much. You're famous for a throwback that was forward. You're famous for having a running back still. Congratulations, Eddie George is useless.
You're famous for having the most amount of tourists in your city.
On away games. Yeah.
Since the last time we were in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Tennessee. Jameson's better than Jack. And no one else cares about the Tennessee Titans. Dolly Parton hates you. Like, not Tennesseans, just national. Has it Tennesseans?
Yeah. Science. Who fucking cares?
Tennesseans? No, Dolly Parton hates whoever's watching this right now. That's from Tennessee. Because you should be watching a Tennessee podcast getting ready for the Kansas City Chiefs game. Which will probably get ran over. Yeah, probably going to get ran over. Because your Super Bowl is in week 6.
Go Bills.
Speaking of Super Bowl, what is your week 7 and on for the Buffalo Bills? So then we'll worry about that Sunday. But so far we have 6 games, 4-2. There's a lot of bad teams that are 4-2, like the Tennessee Titans. So how do you separate from the bad teams like the Titans and the good teams, where it's probably where you belong?
Yeah.
Besides our one fluky foot, you're winning that game by a mile.
Well, if we're comparing it, and this seems to be the topic of this podcast, if we're comparing to the Tennessee Titans, we have
not lost to the Jets.
Jesus.
Exactly, they're terrible. Listen, they came to play for the Super Bowl.
You have more than just one player who can make plays on your football team. You have Josh Allen, one of the best top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. You have Stephon Diggs, you have Emmanuel Sanders, Gabe Davis.
Cole we take a timeout. And I know you just listed enough names, so I'm not really timing out anything.
Those are my guys.
Josh Allen, I mean, we're settled in. We have a franchise quarterback. Like, we were worried about, like, what we would see. Let's just talk about, like, the first 6 weeks, all right? So what did we need to see in the first 6 weeks? We need to see if Allen still had it, right? We need to make sure we're first. You're a fluke, yeah. You know what? And they've lost 2 games, excuse me. And in one of those 2 losses, he wasn't great. No. The Pittsburgh game was not great. I think he was stellar last week. Probably his best game of the week, or the year so far. And he graded out as his best game of the year against that terrible Tennessee team. You know, he graded out as his best game of the year. You go a step further to say, you know, the Miami game wasn't perfect. Didn't need to be perfect. I mean, you could have had Mr. Trubisky in there. And probably would have got it. But, you know, ever since then, the last 4 games, he's been stellar. Is he on the same level as last year yet?
Not yet, no. He was, well, we're talking about first 6 weeks of the 2020 season, first 6 weeks of the 2021 season. I'd say he's on pace. He really picked it up.
I would say he's
after the bye week
right now. Yeah, no, for sure. I would say he's almost better right now than last year's first 6 weeks. You got to remember, in that Raiders game in the 3rd week, he hurt his arm. And he was bad for the Kansas City game, he was bad for the Tennessee game, and then he came back because it was a 3-week injury. He played through that, you know, thankfully, or whatever. I don't know what you want to call that. But he played through it. Mm-hmm. Now, he doesn't have that injury, you know, knock on wood. He's healthy. And he's playing better, I'd say. Is that a fair assessment? Now, he's got 17 total touchdowns, 5 total turnovers with 3 fumbles and 2 fumbles and 3 interceptions. Okay. That's very good.
That's very good.
17 to 5 ratio.
Yeah.
And even further, go to the passing, it's 15 to 3, excuse me.
And we're still putting up points minus week 1. I mean, we're still averaging 30 plus points a game.
Which is the number 1 in the NFL still.
And I think number 2 is far
off. Yeah, probably.
And that's not close, is what I'm saying.
And that's fine. It's gonna come and go. I think if I would request, what's your one thing that you wish that the offense could work on?
The offensive line.
The O-line has had their problems. I kind of like the combination they're working with now with the Spencer Long, Darrell Williams on the inside, Mitch Morris, and I don't love the left guard. I'd love for them to improve left guard. I think that would make Deion Dawkins' life a little easier. Mm-hmm. He could trust the left guard. I think Feliciano's borderline bad. And I've said that even before they signed him to money for like real dollars. And I think Cody Ford might even be a better solution there at that spot.
Coming from you.
I am a noted Cody Ford hater, but I am all in on him getting as many chances as he can this week.
Respect.
I think this year. I was a big fan of him the first 2 weeks. I thought he was the best lineman on the team the first 2 weeks. They benched him on week 4, the Washington game, because he didn't have a great Washington game. So coming into the Houston game in week 4, they put him on out. But I think the left guard could be improved. Mm-hmm. And that's just how that works, kind of. The tight end has been spectacular this year. Dawson Knox, broken hand, went through surgery today, yesterday in your viewing eyes. You gotta think he comes back for the next 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
They would have put him on IR, huh?
Yeah, he's not on IR. There's a shorter term IR that's 3 weeks, and he's not on it, so he's not going to be out 3 games.
Yeah, they would have made that move, I would say.
Yeah.
And put it this way, he was still able to throw better than Ryan Tannehill last week. He has more end zone completions last week than Ryan Tannehill did. Think about that.
Damn, Dawson Knox has thrown more passes to the end zone than
Ryan Tannehill in the last week.
Wow.
He's our 5th best quarterback, too, behind Josh, Mitch.
That makes him the 3rd best quarterback in the division.
I like that Tommy Sweeney stepped up. There's a lot of Evan Ingram trade talk out there this week. I think Tommy Sweeney stepped right into that role. Caught that touchdown.
Which teammate at Ole Miss with Dawson Knox?
Evan Ingram. Credits his getting better to Evan Ingram, which is really weird. Because Evan Ingram should take his own advice because he is not very better.
Well, Giants have their own problems.
And I don't want him. I say no to Evan Ingram.
We should run the ball less.
That's your big thing with the offense? You need to run the ball less?
Yes, I selfishly hate running the ball, but I think
the linemen like it. As stupid as that sounds, I think they like it. No, 100%. We don't care.
There was a stat that I saw on Twitter. I don't have it verbatim, but it was like the Bills are way more successful if they don't run on first and second down.
How do you argue
I'll
with
copy
that?
and paste it and put it in the comments.
How do you argue with that?
I don't think you can.
I don't want to. Be successful. Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdowns this season so far?
Yeah.
Still have not seen him have a touchdown in Highmark Stadium.
Maybe we will on Halloween.
Goose and Ghouls.
He played very well last week.
So did Emmanuel. And so did Cole Beasley. Obviously, your 3 guys that you need to step up. Those were your guys. That's how the offense is going to look like going into the second half of the season. You've made everyone a threat now. Sanders, Knox, Moss is catching passes, Diggs, Beasley. 5 threats you have to at any point in time. So when they're in 11 formation and they got Diggs, Sanders, Beasley, Knox, and Moss, 11 formations nuts. When you have 11 man, come on.
After the first 6 weeks, would you say that Emmanuel Sanders is an upgrade definitively over John Brown?
He is. And it's for many, many reasons, but no more reasons than the fact that he's just... I think he's a lot like Stephon Diggs, but not as finesse.
I would say not. Talent's a bad word to use.
Because he has the veteran savviness. He has the ability to get open like him. Mm-hmm. I just think that Diggs is more of a...
electric.
Yeah, he's got more of a game-breaking speed still and quickness to his game. While as Emmanuel Sanders, what he lacks in speed and skill, he makes up for in knowledge and just ability to move on the fly. Which isn't something that Diggs doesn't have, but that's just where Sanders is able to make up ground
Which if you have Josh Allen as your quarterback, that's something that you'd really want. You'd like to improvise. Josh Allen requires his...
Sanders is like a 12 or 13-year vet at this point, and I think he's been a welcomed addition. I do like John Brown still.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Would love to see him on this offense. I just don't think there's a spot for him. And
there's
not even a spot for Gabe Davis right now,
Which sucks, because I like Gabe Davis. He made a very good play on Monday night for like 20-some
on that final drive.
Yeah.
He got, truck yardage when it matters. I wish they scored. That would have been cool, huh?
Yeah.
But also, let this fester for 2 weeks on the Bills.
That just means we're not gonna lose another regular season game.
You keep saying that, but you say it in a monotone voice, so it makes it feel like you're dead inside.
That's just my voice.
They're not gonna lose another game this season
because it's factual. I'm not speaking from emotion here. This is factual.
There's definitely no emotion there. I agree.
Do I ever?
Yes.
That's debatable.
What was that girl? No. Bills are looking good on offense. But we need to see how the defense. I thought Edmonds played very well against
Tennessee.
Travis Henry, Derrick Henry. I jokingly said Travis, but
yeah, Jermaine Edmonds is good.
Matt Milano's been fantastic. He didn't have a great game on Monday. I would say that.
I'd say he's more quiet than he had not a good game, which equates to not kind of being bad.
Yeah.
He was just more quiet.
Taron Johnson, not a great game.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's had great games. I don't think there's a terrible spot on the Bills defense. Which, how could you? They're the number one defense still after a fucking little bit of a bat whiplash there.
Yeah.
They still got their safety to get an interception.
Best safety duo in the league.
Probably a statistic you could probably say is they probably have the most interceptions in the league as a safety tandem. I think there's a little bit of lacking with. I know everyone loves saying they're the best or the best. I think there's a little coverage lapse there that I think there might be a little lacking in. But I'm not going to fight it. If you guys want to, you know what? If they keep doing this all year, I will be firm that they're the best safety team in the league.
That's possible.
I think Levi's playing well.
Very well. Strength of schedule is very easy. We will be fine moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, when you come out of the bye, your schedule's kind of cakey. I mean, you got Dolphins, Jaguars, Colts. I mean, coming right out the gate there. I mean, the tough games.
We haven't played the Jets yet.
Yeah, you got 2 Jets games. You got 2 Patriots games, which they look terrible. They barely beat Houston. 2 Patriots games, 2 Jets games. That's 4 games there. 5 Miami. I don't care if they get Watson, who's in Watson. Don't care who they get for a quarterback. They're not beating the Bills. So that's 5 games right there on top of the 4 you already had. You're looking at 9-2.
Perfect.
Yeah. You mix in Jacksonville and the Colts. You're looking at 11. Atlanta, Carolina, you're looking at 13.
Saints,
You can call it a tough game. I think I'm taking my guys over their guys every time. That's 14. So you're looking at 14-3, maybe Tampa Bay.
how can you not be the 1 seed with that?
Yeah, that's a great call. How are you not the 1 seed? Maybe Baltimore runs the table, though. Maybe Tennessee gets you on a head-to-head. I don't know. I really don't know. Teams that lose to the Jets aren't going.
No,
They're not winning more less than they're not losing less than 3 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you lose to the Jets, you're susceptible. It's just the Bills kind of probably overlooked you, honestly. They're probably like, I really want that week off.
Damn, imagine losing to the Jets.
Could not. Haven't
in a long time. 2017?
At least. I don't even remember, man. Did they let them beat them in week 17 of 2019?
Yeah, it wasn't counting.
Because they were all backups. Yeah. That's like the Bills beating the Patriots in the 2000s, like in week 17, like, oh, because Tom Brady sat down? Like, is this a moral victory for you guys or what?
Congrats on the Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, congrats to the Titans Super Bowl on week 6. I didn't know they gave out week 6 rings, but
yeah, they're ring pops. Which is 95%.
They're having to live in Tennessee.
Which is 75% of the actual wedding rings in Tennessee.
Yeah, well, that and birth certificates. Those are also marriages. All right, I'm being really mean now. They have families that they love every day.
A little too much.
Yeah, well, I get to live in my nice area, and they have to live in Tennessee. Not that Bills fans in Tennessee aren't welcome. I love you guys. You guys at least have your head on straight.
We're in dangerous territory. Well, yeah, fuck it.
I'll fight every single person in Tennessee, too. I would. I really would. Line them up, man.
Like one after another.
Meet me at Louis.
Since we're at the bye week, would you rather fight a chicken every time you step out of your car, or fight not a gorilla, a chimpanzee once a year?
Oh my god. I don't own a car. I have a truck. So I'm fighting the chicken. Every time I step out of a vehicle, like public transportation.
No, your vehicle. Well,
when
you're
driving.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get out of the driver's seat.
Yeah.
I have to fight a chicken every time.
Yeah, it's annoying.
To death, or just
you gotta
I beat him up and he walks away.
You have to kill him.
Chicken 100%. A chimpanzee would murder me.
Yeah, but that's so fucking annoying to have to drop kick. At least
you think I wouldn't figure out how to kill chickens eventually?
6 o'clock in the morning, you're going out.
I work from home. Where am I going out at 6 in the morning?
This is for the rest of your life. You're driving the kids to school at 6 a.m.
Well, you're talking about me being 70, okay? You think I don't master the ability to kill chickens at that point?
Yeah, but
can I use a weapon or is it hand-to-hand combat? Oh my
god,
a gun every time. This is stupid.
You get arrested.
For what?
Shooting a fucking
I'm being attacked by a chicken. I would have a variance by that.
No. See,
I would ask the city for a variance.
You get like a chimp, you have time to prepare. You could just use a sword and fuck it up.
A sword, a gun, every time.
Alright, guns aren't allowed.
Now you're changing the rules.
Alright, give me one. You got any?
So every time I step out of my car, I have to fight a chicken.
Yeah, because it's trying to fuck you up.
What kind of chicken? Am I talking like that big, like
a rooster?
Yeah, or just like a
regular size all-American rooster.
Like, roosters are a little more aggressive.
Yeah, they're pretty out of pocket. Like,
can I use a potato gun?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, I would just noggin it.
So you gotta keep fucking potatoes on deck.
I would just pick up the ones I shot at.
Well, that's exploded.
That's a lot of kickback on that potato gun.
You got any good would you rather?
No, because I conquer them all in my brain. I get one in my mind. I'll pull one up real quick for you.
Yeah.
There's a good one out there. I just gotta make sure I get it right.
I would also fight the chicken. As annoying as it may be, because I'm always driving, it feels like I'm killing thousands of chickens a year.
I mean, listen, you're feeding your family.
Yeah.
With chickens that you murder.
Yeah, then you get to look your kids in the eye and say, "Stay back, kids. I gotta kill this chicken."
Well, you wouldn't. Your kids would eventually get used to it. Like, oh, come on in, Sally. We're killing chickens today.
Yeah, but is that something you want to subject your kids to?
They would be numb to it, just like me. Like I would just. It would be as simple as like slapping a fly out of the air.
Let us know whether you'd fight a chimp once a year or a chicken every time you step out of your car.
Okay. No weapons, and you have to fight to the death. And it's a water and if it's a water animal, you have to fight in the ocean. Bear, gorilla, pack of wolves, cheetah, crocodile, shark, whale, giant squid, lion, tiger, or me with a gun.
So once a year.
One time.
Yeah,
you have to.
No weapons?
In order to get to the next level in life.
No weapons.
You don't have any weapons. You have to fight a bear, or a gorilla, or a pack of wolves. We can just take that one right out. You're not making that choice. A cheetah, singular. A crocodile. Shark, in the ocean.
It's not happening.
Whale, ocean. You're not treading water for that. Whales are kill sharks. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? A giant squid.
Those are terrifying.
Done. You're gone to depths no one's ever seen before.
It has to be a cheetah. They're the smallest.
Lion, tiger, or me with a gun.
I did cheetah.
I think the chicken would choose anyone but me with a gun.
Their mouths are probably like this big.
Cheetahs are fast as hell.
Alright, so
You're not.
I'm not running away from it. I'm fighting it.
So you're attacking it? Or,
No, it's.
Or you guys 1v1?
Yeah, it's 1v1. We're fighting. I'm throwing hands with a cheetah. I'm not killing a bear.
You're done. You lose them all, to be honest.
Yeah,
to be fair, you lose them.
But if there's a chance, it's the cheetah. If there's a chance, who are you picking? Like your best odds. It's definitely the cheetah.
My best odds?
Yeah.
Shark.
No, fuck no. That thing would fuck you up.
Listen, probably.
Not probably.
However,
inconceivably.
I keep hearing that if you punch sharks in the nose, it really messes them up.
Yeah, for like 30 seconds.
But that's the only animal on that list that I have any like realm of ideas of how you would even attack it.
No, you'd fucking take the cheetah by its neck and choke it out.
I mean, you don't understand how strong a cheetah would be.
Not as strong as a lion or tiger. You could kick that thing in the face easily. I could kick a cheetah in the face.
And then what? You're not killing it in the face.
Yeah, but I'm dazing it.
Are you just gonna roundhouse kick it to death?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or kick it in the balls. Is it a guy? I'm going straight for the nuts. Oh no, because they could just bite me.
Would you rather put your head in a lion's mouth or water ski over a shark tank?
Is this animal trained? Is the lion trained?
I have to think the lion has some sort of training, but it's a little fuzzy.
Oh, okay. So am I like going?
Like he's a little.
Am I going to the savannah and be like, hey?
I mean, I wouldn't
give me your fucking mouth.
I think it's just a bad one.
Definitely.
Would you rather pet a tarantula in the wild or pet a snake in the wild? Not a gardener snake, like a real bitch snake.
A tarantula.
Yeah, I don't know how they bite.
Yeah, I don't know. Are these all animal based?
Mm-hmm. I'm keeping it that way. Would you rather fight a tiger or a bear?
See, these are bad because.
Oh, you have to fight one. You can get one animal, like, you can't have a projectile weapon, but you can have a weapon.
Like a sword?
Yeah.
Fucking lion. Bears, you just stand up unless you just fucking stab it.
Yeah. You would have to be quick with it.
Do I get to train?
Who would win in a fight, a tiger or a lion?
I know the age-old question: a grizzly bear or a gorilla.
I think this is a no contest.
See?
What do you think it is?
I think it's the gorilla.
I think it's the grizzly bear, no contest.
But the range
one swipe, the gorilla's out.
The range of motion of a bear is not as of a gorilla.
It wouldn't need to be. The bear would need to have one swipe with its paw, and the neck would be completely halved on the gorilla.
Yeah, but the gorilla could also fuck that thing up. If
Yeah,
it got too close. If it got too close.
If it could.
Claws is a range deal.
Well, I mean,
if the gorilla came in fucking clutch and caught this motherfucker off guard, have you ever seen gorillas fight? That's terrifying. Like, imagine getting, like, punched.
Just ask the internet. A grizzly bear beats a silverback 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
The average silverback weighs 350 pounds, stands at 5.5 feet tall.
Pure muscle, though.
What do you think a bear is full of? And then this isn't like, oh man, it's November bear. This is like, it's August bear.
Yeah, August bear. They're starting their hibernation process.
A grizzly
late summer
is 675 pounds.
So double. Yeah. They're like 10 feet tall. So it's like David versus Goliath, man. Goliath lost.
Grizzlies can run up to 35 miles per hour.
How fast can gorillas?
20.
Alright. So if I was this gorilla, you just gotta get in close. And you gotta fucking...
I mean, see...
I think that would scare the bear. That's terrifying.
Yeah, scare him to swipe. It's like, what the fuck? This guy's beating himself up. He wouldn't have to fight.
Before the bear can get on its hind legs, that gorilla's already fucking it up.
I'll go another layer to this. Who would you rather have on your defense? A grizzly bear or a gorilla?
A gorilla. Because you get 15 yards every time.
But a grizzly bear is running down anyone.
If a grizzly bear just goes to Derrick Henry and swipes his jugular out...
15-yard penalty, however you get the ball and he's out of the game.
Yeah, I think there's some lawsuits.
Listen.
Who the fuck is this grizzly bear on the Bills' defense?
Have you never seen semi-pro? They have some kind of training.
I'd want the gorilla.
I would want the gorilla because he would.
Instead of Jordan Phillips going like this, imagine just a gorilla. Like Harambe.
That would get the crowd pretty...
I'd get jazzed.
Who would win in a fight?
Oh.
A bison.
Okay.
Or a grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear. Bisons are strictly...
So do you think in your mind that the only thing that could kill a grizzly bear is a gorilla?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
What else could? What fine, in your mind...
Nothing. It's the apex predator. The grizzly bear is at the top of the food chain. We can barely kill grizzly bears.
I could kill him with a bazooka. I'd blow that bitch
just walking around with a bazooka.
I'd beat the brakes off a grizzly bear with a bazooka.
Yeah, you could do less. I could spear a gorilla to death. Not that we would. We're not endorsing it either.
Get peas on our ass.
Yeah, but I would never be able to touch a grizzly bear. 35 miles per hour, dude.
You could shoot that thing with a legitimate gun. Hunters, the issue with people running into grizzly bears is they have an AR-15, which is a 5.56 round, which, yes, isn't taking down a grizzly bear. Or you have, like, a Glock, 9mm, also not taking down a grizzly bear. But if we were looking for trouble, I would have, like, a fucking bazooka or a machine gun, and I'd light that motherfucker up. We're getting demonetized, by the way. I don't think we can talk about gun violence. But this is worth it. What are you looking up here? What do we got? How many bullets can... How many bazooka
grizzly
shells?
bear. I was going to look up grizzly bear something.
How bulletproof?
How many
bazooka shells?
Grizzly
bears
attacks per year?
6.
0, because no one's ever lived to tell a tale. 2
Wrong.
fatalities a year.
Is that what it's... Oh. You said 0.
I was joking about that.
Oh. And they didn't have...
How often do grizzly bears attack humans? There have only been 2 grizzly bears since 1980. Wow.
And guess what? Both of them didn't have bazookas.
I think it's more likely that people who have encountered grizzly bears haven't lived to tell a tale.
There's been 2.
2 got away. 2 had other people.
Are those
Faster,
2, how many
slower.
fatalities? 2 or 2 survivals? How many people have been killed by grizzly bears?
Over 2 kills.
Yeah, so that's not a lot.
34 humans were injured.
The survival rate is
An
great.
average of 1 per year.
A survival rate against a grizzly bear is great statistically.
I wonder how they got away.
Shooting it.
Like
I think you played dead against bears.
Not though. Really?
Yeah, because they like...
I'm pissing my pants.
They like to play with you.
You know what? A grizzly bear might think I'm dead because
Are
I'm
we-
going to smell like shit because I'm going to shit my pants if I
No,
got that
you're
close.
supposed to get big with a bear.
Certain ones, black bears, we should be actually telling correct info on this kind
So
of
apparently
thing.
you got motherfuckers in Tennessee and they got bears.
How do you handle getting close to bears? I think you're dead if it's a polar bear. I think that one, they just chalk it up dead.
Those are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I think they just like done. A black bear, stand your ground. Back away only when the bear stops its approach. Make yourself look big, raising your arms and jacket, and yell loudly, "Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear!" Get your spray outside your holster and remove the safety latch. Cock it sideways because that's the kill shot for the bear.
All right, what's grizzly?
How do you getting close to?
Fun fact: polar bears, their fur is not
clear.
white. It's clear.
And their skin's black.
Yes. It only looks white because the reflection off the snow and sun. No more no. What do we got for grizzly?
If you encounter a grizzly, do not run. Avoid direct eye contact. Walk away slowly if the bear is not approaching. If the bear charges, stand your ground. You cannot outrun it. 35 miles per hour. You definitely can't outrun it. Don't scream or yell.
That's terrifying.
Just pee a little. What else they got going on here?
So acting dead in any scenarios.
Here's what the experts say. If you encounter, don't run. Avoid eye contact. Walk away slowly. You can't outrun it. Don't scream or yell. Speak in a soft monotone voice. Wave your arms and let the animal know that you are human. Wave your identification card. If you have pepper spray, prepare to use it. If a grizzly charges you within 25 feet or where you are standing, use the spray. If animal makes contact, curl up into a ball on your side or lie flat on your stomach. Try not to panic. Remain as quiet as possible until the attack ends. It sounds like you're definitely not making it out of this thing.
34 people?
While in bear country, be aware that you may encounter a bear at any time. Be aware.
You're a gorilla, you're on notice.
Be aware. Be sure the bear has left the area before seeking help. Most human injuries of grizzly bear are caused by females acting aggressively to protect their young. So female grizzly bears are the aggressive ones. Grizzly bears are omnivores. They will eat almost anything.
Fair.
Although a large part of their diet is vegetation. Kill and eat small animals. We should help the grizzlies. Less than 1,100 grizzlies exist in the lower 48, and 5 populations in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington. An estimate of 500 to 600 are in Greater Yellowstone area. Don't go to Yellowstone. Grizzlies, unless you're going to bring a gorilla, and then we're going to find out. Grizzlies are North America's slowest reproducing land mammal. A female may not have her first litter until she's 5 or 6, after which she will typically produce 2 cubs every 2.5 years. Cubs from the same litter can be from different fathers. Grizzlies have a natural lifespan of 30 years or more.
I think the majority of the population is in up north, Canada and Alaska.
Correct.
Could you imagine if we were just overrun by grizzly bears?
Speaking of which, how many 12-year-olds do you think? No, I'm joking. Let's cut the feed. We'll be back Sunday. Hopefully YouTube doesn't shut us down for talking about bazookas and dumb shit. We're just trying to have a fun, lighthearted conversation.
How would you kill a grizzly bear?
Please, yes, drop in the comments how you would attack an animal or how would you act in a wild situation with an animal. PSA, please use your best judgment when interacting with wildlife.
How many 12-year-olds could you beat up?
Like simultaneously or just
like in a row. Well, yeah, in a row.
Like, bam, just beat that one up and get another one?
Yeah, immediately.
One.
Really?
I'm exhausted after one fight, dude.
Yeah, but you punch him once and he's fucking crying.
These are trained 12-year-olds.
They're not. They've been in fights before.